Well, good morning. How are you all today? And happy President's Day. I had different videos scheduled to shoot. I was just about to shoot them for each of the channels. But then I got an email from my brother-in-law about this impending trucker strike on New York. And this is of such importance, in my opinion, that I'm going to postpone the others that I did. I'm going to put this one on both channels because it has application for both channels. So welcome to Integrative Preparedness and American Reversion. I've already put a bunch of stuff on each of the Patreon channels. Some regarding this, some other pretty important stuff that's going on. So I want to tell you right now, by the way, welcome to all the new people on the Patreon channels. It is great to have you. I know you're getting a lot out of it and you're enjoying it because I hear from you. If you're not with us on Patreon, the link, I always put the link down below. For $1 a month, it gives you so much information, keeps you up to date on the real stuff that's going on, and gives you a venue by which you can discuss with other people and send messages to me and things like that. So we'd love to have you if you're not with us. But back to this. The truckers strike on New York. I didn't know whether it was really going to happen. You know, we get our hopes up, and then it fizzles, right? Now the truckers up in Canada, they followed through, and of course a lot of them paid the price for it and showed the authoritarianism that has taken over in Canada, and we know that it's here in the United States as well. It hasn't been applied as broadly, okay, as it was in that situation up in Canada against the truckers, but we know that it's here. To give you the background, and I think it may happen. I want to talk about the importance of it, why it should happen, why I hope it happens, what the possible ramifications are going to be if it happens. And I'll give you the background. The guy that I got this from, he's a brother-in-law, Kelly's brother, oldest brother. He was an over-the-road driver for 30 years. His father was an over-the-road driver for 30 years. His son, one of his sons, is an over-the-road driver now. So when I want to know about what's really going on in the trucking business, that's who I go to. And then I say, okay, I think I know this. And it's a lot better than just, getting things from the news. I mean, get everything you can from the news, but you have to use some filters with that, right? You have to compare and contrast. But I'm fortunate that I have people in my family that I can get the straight dope from. So I've already put up one of the videos that he sent me on both of the Patreon channels. I suggest you watch them. And boycotts work. This is going to be the first thing I'm going to talk about. Boycotts are how we support those who share our values and do not support those who don't support our values. And I think the use of our money is the number one most it's the way that we daily fight the fight. Okay. Sean Phony Hannity says he doesn't support boycotts. I think that's totally wrong. Why would you want to give your money to any company or person who feels exactly opposite of you on social and moral issues? Why would you do that? Okay, that's why we don't buy from Nebraska Furniture Mart. We pay more for furniture because we won't support a company that contributes to Planned Parenthood. Simple as that. And I don't understand people who want to stand up and act like they're all against something and then support it with their money. Let me take a sip. Because rebellion to tyrants is obedience to God. Who do you want to obey? Who do you? And against whom do you want to rebel? Now, let me address first the two kind of go together, really. The two kind of go together. What are the preparedness implications and what are the political implications? I'm not sure that I can really separate these, and that's probably as it should be. You control people, as Kissinger said, you control the food, you control the people. Okay, so this is what's happening, hopefully, with this trucker strike. They won't go into New York, and of course, what started it all was this ridiculous, obviously authoritarian political stand against Trump that is being carried across the country by these DEI prosecutors. And this judgment that just came down about him on his against him for $350 million. Now it's going to take him a while, selling $300 sneakers. Have you seen that? His new sneaker line that's coming out. I think that's funny. This guy is amazing. I mean, he finds more ways to make money, and it's because people want to support him that it's successful. He is the brand, and people like the brand because they've seen what he has stood up for. So this $350 million judgment against him, ridiculous. It's all politically driven, and we all know that. And the trucker said, hey, we're not delivering anything else to New York City. Now, I don't know whether it's just New York City or New York. If I'd read further, maybe I see that, and maybe some of you all know. So if you do, put it down. If you're on Patreon, you can leave a link to your source. You can't do that. I don't allow that on YouTube. I just don't. But leave a link. So I don't know whether it's on just New York City or whether it's New York State as well. I mean, there's a lot of great people that live in New York State. All of New York is not New York City. And there's a lot of good people who live in New York City, too. And, people shouldn't be against, say that every New Yorker is a bum and a dirty dog Democrat and liberal, and because they're not. It's all across the country. You're going to find good people and bad people in any cross section, even in a small town. Try that in a small town. You'll find a lib. So this isn't against people, but we have to make our plays large because the people are responsible for the people they elect. Right? Their elected representatives are put in office by the voters, and if you want to change the way, you have to hurt the voters. You simply do. You have to bring it to their attention that, hey, you want to act like fools? Well, we're going to make you pay for it, and that's what this trucker strike is going to do. So hopefully they're not delivering anything into New York. Okay. Now, part of the video that my brother-in-law sent me that I put up on Patreon, it says it's a trucker, and I'm not sure if this is just a trucker. I didn't look at it that closely. Just a trucker-specific channel might be. I was so interested in hearing it, I didn't go into that. But on it is a trucker saying, hey, this isn't just the truckers, it's the trucking companies. He said he just got a message, no loads going into New York. Now, I want you to think about that for a second, and I know that most of you don't have to think about it very long to understand the chaos that can erupt within a couple of days after no deliveries to New York. First is food, okay? Food, no deliveries to New York. Now, we know that some are going to get there. Some are going to get there. But you knock off, if you can just knock off 50% of the deliveries, and I mean, I'd love to see 100%, right? Yeah, but if you can knock off a good percent of deliveries, it's going to start causing stress on the system. It's going to start causing stress on the people. And when you stress out 8 million people, you're going to have some kickback, and that's what we want to see. And after a couple of days, it's going to start looking rocky, and after a week, it could be Escape from New York time, right? Y'all see that movie with Kurt Russell? Great movie for the time, right? So that is the political implication that bringing stress on the political machine through stress on the people can have an effect. And hopefully, this shows you, where is the power? Where is the real power in this country? Well, the power in this country rests in the hands or on the wheels, in the hands that are on the steering wheel of the truckers who bring the stuff to your store to get, right? Like the old saying goes, if you have it, it came on a truck. And when the truckers finally get involved in this, and I think this could be more successful than the trucker convoy down to the border, because it's not people showing up and complaining that really have an effect. It's people not getting their stuff that they want and that they need. Okay, so hey, the future of this country, the future of the next election could rest in those hands that are on the steering wheel right now. And good for you guys. I think most of us are with you. Leave in the comments. I'm opening up the comments on this one. I allowed comments on the last one that I did on YouTube, which was they're coming for the small towns. And I was just trying to warn people. It was information coming out of the FBI, and as a result of the media, the interviews that Sheriff, what's his name, Richard Jones out of Ohio had given, just trying to warn people. You wouldn't believe the vitriol and hatred that I got over that. You just would not believe it. I mean, my gosh, I read some to my family. I pulled them all off, and I banned all the people doing it. But oh, you city boy, you don't know what you're talking about. Oh, my Lord. I was trying to help people, and they're telling me how I hate small towns. That's why I decided to stop letting comments on. I'm glad I did on that, because I got to get rid of a whole lot of people that I don't want watching my videos, because my videos are full of good information, and you all don't get it anymore. But I'm gonna keep the comments open on this one, because I hope that we get a lot of you all contributing and telling what you think and supporting these guys, supporting these truckers. And please share this video with as many people as you can. These guys are putting it on the line. If somebody is not willing to just simply share this video, I mean, what are you doing, right? What are you doing? Do something. The truckers are showing us the way. We need to get behind them. Okay, so this could definitely have, and I can see this cascade. All of a sudden, guess what? Truckers aren't delivering to Atlanta. How about that? You want to turn this country around? You don't want to take the control back? Take back control of the food. There you go. Oh yeah. Well, will they send in the National Guard to take over these trucks at gunpoint and have the National Guardsmen drive? Hey, National Guardsmen are people too. They're Americans, believe it or not. Most of them still. Okay. Are they going to do it? Well, some are going to follow orders, and some are going to have a problem. Some are going to call in sick that day. We will see. I know. You can't call in sick to the Guard. Well, there's other ways, right? So anyway, yeah, this could cascade in that. Now, how this applies, and watch these videos. Watch the videos. If you're on Patreon, it's there for you. If you're not on Patreon, links down below. Cost you $1 to get in there. Send these videos to everybody you can think of and support this boycott. Okay, this is important for our country. Now, how this affects us from a preparedness standpoint, I think is obvious. Okay, boy, if you live in New York, stock up now if you haven't. This is going to turn a lot more people into preppers. Okay, now hopefully they will get beyond the prepper stage and become PMPs, like I talk about, preparedness-minded people, so that it becomes a lifestyle, not just something that they do in response to the emergency du jour. Preparedness-minded people. Preparedness-minded people, this isn't going to affect it all. They go, oh, okay, so what? So traffic's going to be less. There's going to be fights and big lines at Costco, and the people are going to start raising hell, and there's going to be a bunch of convenience stores burned out and sneaker stores looted, and the normal response from the parasites when they can't get their stuff. Liquor stores. Oh no liquor deliveries. Yeah. So it's gonna. But if you're prepared, you're gonna be able to sit back and watch it on the news and go, "Ah, wow, look at me, I'm not there," right? But so if you're in New York, this could affect you immediately. If you're anywhere else, use this as a lesson. Now, it could cascade from here. How many of the, if you live out through New Jersey, anywhere around that area, and I know we have viewers from New Jersey. I just shipped off a bunch of books to New Jersey. A lot of the stuff will go into a central place and then be distributed from there. So this could have a cascading effect beyond the immediate area. But then if we see that it has had an effect there, and like I said, what if the next step is Atlanta? Okay. I mean, no trucks, no deliveries going to Atlanta. How far around Atlanta? 75-mile radius around Atlanta. And you know what? It's not just the individual truckers. What gave me hope on this, although I love the truckers, is the fact that the companies were not dispatching loads. Okay, it's the companies. And guess who companies are owned by? People, most of whom are conservative, because most people who own something and built something are conservatives because they didn't get it with a handout. Okay, you see that idiot that says some Congress person out in California, says that minimum wage should be $50 an hour, and any business should be able to afford that. And it turns out, she says, well, I had a business. Well, what it was, she had a kind of a front business using federal money, using your money. But most companies are built by people who are conservative at heart because they did it through hard work. Simple as that. And workers tend to be conservatives, and suckers tend to be, and I mean those who suck, well, both sense of suckers, those who suck it out of the rest of us, and those who are just suckers for, the line of bull that the libs put out, are libs. Simple as that. So this could have a cascading effect on our supply chain. Even if you don't live in New York, hey, get out there today. I would suggest you get out there today. Look in your pantry and say, I'm a little bit light on spaghetti sauce, and go get you some spaghetti sauce. Or whatever you do. Every time we have something like this should be just kind of a marker to say, I'm pretty darn prepared. But you know what? I think I'm going to go get a little bit more. I'm going to go get a little bit more. And that's what I'm going to do today. Today, I'm going to go get a little bit more. What do I need? Nothing. But I'm going to go get a little bit more. And I'm going to try to get it from companies that, you can't ever know everything about a company. But if I can buy something made in America as opposed to something else made somewhere else, I'm going to get the made in America because that supports American jobs. Okay, and if I can't, I tell you, my primary thing, you go to the grocery store or wherever, you can't rely on that, and you never know exactly the political contributions of the companies that are canning the food you buy. You can't, but my primary responsibility is to my family. And my friends and the people who rely on me. And so I'm just going to get it. So I've got it. Because if the trucks say, hey, we're going to shut down Kansas City too, okay, have at it. I'm going to enjoy watching it on the news. Okay, you guys, this could prove to be something big. I don't know if it will or not, but it could be. Remember, everything large starts as something small, and we will hope that this grows into something major and has the effects that we want it to be. This might be the thing that turns the tide, and it needs your support. If you want it, it needs your support. The truckers are at the tip of the spear. You need to support them in this, and support the cause, and support the boycotts. I put up another article about something. If you were going to go to New York, don't go to New York. Call the hotels and wherever you're going to go up there and say, you know what? Because of this thing against Trump, I'm not coming. Cancel my reservation. If you did that, if companies did that, no. I have no plans to go to New York. I have never wanted to go to New York. I'm not putting New York down. I hear it's a great place. I mean, it's a city that it has things that no place else does. And I know somebody will come on here and say, yeah, it's got all the crime in the world. No, well, yeah, it's got crime. You know what? It's got great things, too. It's too bad it's been turned into a cesspool by the politicians. And it's too bad for all the great people who live in New York. Okay. Watch that video. Do what you can. Way to go, truckers. You are our phalanx. And that's not a dirty word for anybody who doesn't know. Go look it up. And God be with you on this. Keep up on this. Support this. And remember that we prepare well today in order to live well tomorrow. Prepare because this could cause some kind of blip in our supply chain. And on the American reversion, remember that America needs a reversion, and it needs you to be a part of it. Okay? This is the way you can be a part of it. You all have a great day. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I will look forward to reading all of them. Share this video with everybody you know, and I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.